So as you guys can see, this is a 12T engine. We're going to do the adjustment of the clearance of the valve. And then obviously I am busy doing other things in the meantime. So I've cleaned the engine. Now what's gonna happen, I'm proceeding just by removing, you know, the accessories which you need to inspect, and then to make sure that the engine is ready to be installed back on the aircraft. So this unit here, the bench. So what I can do, as you can see, I can move. I can move in any direction. So obviously, I need to make sure that so I can position, you know, the engine at 360 to be able to work on it in a much easier way. So yeah, very much so, as you can see. So I am busy, as you see. I'm going to remove this pipe because it's leaking, and obviously I've opened the tappet covers, and then we just gonna proceed, you know, adjusting, you know, the tappet clearance, as you can see. So this is clean. So this is clean. We're gonna just proceed adjusting, you know, the tappet clearance. You can see this one is a bit loose. It's tight. So yeah, I've removed the covers. You can see the covers. Then we're gonna change the gasket and everything, and then clean them first, and then we're gonna change the gasket. As you can see, the accessories behind. This to remind you that this is a 12T Snecma engine, and then I can turn it in any position on this unit. This is a bench, obviously. Then I can turn the engine as well. Yeah. So the cylinders, and then you got the exhaust pipes, everything. So stay with us as we remove the stuff. So obviously is this pipe which I'm busy removing. I'm using left hand because the other one is holding a camera. So let me just rather do that one there. As you can see, this is moving a bit, which is good. I can turn it by hand. As you can see, it's turning. It's quite difficult position there. I don't know if you can see it. Alright, this is the right position there. So I've undone it. Because we're gonna change the gasket, the O-rings on this pipe. There we go. So then I want to do the other end, which is this one. And then I'll be able to extract it. Okay, let me just try with another hand. Thank you guys all. And then stay tuned as we proceed with the removal of the I said, so we're busy maintaining this engine because it's much easier to remove it from the aircraft when you work on tappet in the valves and all other accessories, because it's very difficult to do it on an aircraft. It is much easier. It's 4 attachment points, and then you have the engine. It's much easier that way. You disconnect all the parts and the lines, and then it's much easier when it's on a bench to be able to work on it. So yeah, we busy cleaning. We shall proceed just removing what we need to remove, and then we're gonna proceed with adjustment of the clearance of the valve. And then after that, we're going to inspect in general everything to make sure that all the parts are still in a good condition, and then we shall just put the engine back on aircraft. So I think you guys all stay tuned as we proceed with the servicing of this engine. We're not going to do much, it's just minor things which we're busy doing, but it's much easier that way to do it on a bench than to do it on an aircraft, because this is a periodic inspection. It's we about to put the aircraft in the storage, because actually it's the end of the season. And then this is a good opportunity to take this engine out to make sure that all the leaks and stuff like that have been done, adjustment, all the touch-ups and stuff are done, and to make sure that the engine is ready for the next season. So that's what we do very much at this point in time, in this period, where we pull the engine which need attention, especially on this engine. Most of the time is the leaks and the checks, of the clearance and stuff like that. Other than that, we just remove and then we service everything. The oil cooler, normally it's removed because we need to do the sheet metal to make sure that everything gets, we change the gaskets and stuff like that, and then we put the engine back into service afterwards. So I thank you guys all. Stay tuned, as I said. Please, if you like the video, subscribe, like, and put your comment. Your comments are very, very important to us, just to make, it enables us to always, strive for the good quality videos, and, which are, the aim is to train and to share the experience in the aviation industry. These are all the engines, piston engine, V6, and this is a 12T Snecma engine. It's originally manufactured by Renault, the factory which manufacture the Renault cars. The car maker Renault. In the beginning of, in the old post-war, Renault was manufacturing also the engine, of the aeroplanes. That's why we have this engine, which was manufactured by Renault. So it's a Renault engine, and then joint venture with Renault, joint venture with Snecma. Snecma obviously is a very well-known engine manufacturer of the aircraft. So they joined venture together long ago in the 1940s, 50s, 60s to build these engines. So it's quite a robust engine, about 400 kilowatts, the power of this engine, so it's quite a good engine, but easy to work on, very, very reliable, and these are the engines which mark the era, post-war, Second World War, and then you find them again in use or on Flamand 312, 311, and they were built for the purpose of, for the aviation. I'll say so. So these are the aircraft engines. There's a lot of variety and types of engine, but this is one of them. And this part here is the carburetor, and obviously you have the individual exhaust pipes for each cylinder, because we've got a row of 6 cylinders on one side and a 6 cylinder on the other side. And then obviously there's other accessories and so forth. Okay, let's turn, as you can see, so I can turn the engine 360 to be able to work on it easily, because it's quite heavy, as you can see. So this is admission, the inlet to our admission. The air inlet is this, and then obviously this is a cradle, and the baffles, and then this is ignition cables, and then it goes to the magneto on the top. And then the rear side of the engine is just all the electrical. You got the starter motor, and then you got a generator there, and then you have a magneto. So this is okay. The generator I will show you guys, and then the starter the starter, not the starter gen. The starter is there because the generator is apart and then the starter is apart. It's two different parts. Okay, this is the top of the engine. So you can see it's inversed. It's inverted. That's the proper way. That's inverted. Normally this was supposed to be a sump, but the engine is other way around. Here we don't have much. We have only the nozzles, the lubrication system there, the crankshaft is there, and then the oil is pumped through pressure or under pressure into a pressurized system on the top of the engine, and then the oil will just by gravity it will be scavenged, on the bottom of the block engine, and it will be returned to the oil cooler, and then there it will go into the oil cooler, and then after that it will return into the reservoir, the engine oil reservoir, which is at the back. It's not far from the engine. It's about behind, but on the aircraft. So it's a dry sump. This is a dry sump. That's how we call it. There is no oil in it, but the oil is pumped into the engine by the pump, the oil pressure pump. And then obviously it's collected and then returned, it's returned back into the reservoir via the oil cooler, which is removed at this point in time because we're busy cleaning it and make sure that we servicing, inspecting, and we're gonna put it back once the engine is ready for fitment. So I thank you guys all. Have a good day. See you next time. So as I said, this is a magneto, and this is a generator, DC generator, and this is a starter. Starter is there. As you can see, the starter has got a gearbox there, and then this is when you do it manually. When the electrical part fails, you can still start the engine with the handle. So you engage the handle there, and then you turn it by hand, and then you will be able to start. So yeah, this is the other side of the engine, obviously, and then you can see the hydraulic pump is there, and then this is a pitch change mechanism of the propeller. As you can see, the planetary and the sun gears inside. This is the electrical motor to change the pitch Yeah, both. There's a coarse and then the fine. So yeah, and then you have a vacuum pump, which is there.